Hi everyone, this is Karak with ACG. Have you ever wanted to jump into an MMA career, but you were held back by a nose built of paper mache and too many nights free base and ho-hos off strippers' backs? Then today, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, I have a game for you, and it's called Punch Club. Punch Club tells the tale of you. Well, a young boy whose martial arts studying father is brutally killed by the one weapon that seems to take them out so easily. Bullets. You grow up as a young MMA fighter and engage in a Karasoft-style sim, raising your MMA fighter, climbing the ranks of the battlefield, delivering pizza, taking mysterious drugs, and basically doing everything a UFC fighter does, but not having to wear that crappy Adidas gear. And somewhere in there, you're also trying to find out who gave your father a dirt nap invitation. As always, if you liked the video, maybe subscribe. So here's the review for Punch Club, a game's name that explains exactly what it is, pixel art dim max strikes, and boxing tycoon management via 1980s graphics and with enough depth to make you feel a bit like a slow learner. Graphics are up first. Okay, first you have to know what you're getting into. This is slick retro pixel visual, 16-bit, and awash in 1980s and 1990 references like the Cobra movie poster hanging in your main room, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle props, and hilariously enough, Mickey from Rocky as one of the characters that you end up meeting. In fact, the game is thick as hell with pop culture references graphically illustrated throughout, from Bloodsport to Cobra to the original seasons of The Simpsons. I loved it. I will say that watching my dude perform the same kick for the 50th time got a bit repetitive during the battles, but the fact that there are so many moves and styles and places to go to, it sort of negated that, and all the traveling and working in different areas became the memory that stuck with me versus the 50th sidekick. Listen, saying this is pretty is like saying everyone's gifted at something, but some people just never open the package, which is a lie. The game is worth opening, but you have to know what you're getting, and you're getting a retro-style title through and through. Sound, music, and voice. Sound is up first. It was actually okay. It was crunchy and retro as hell, and closing my eyes, I could have easily assumed I was back in school playing Genesis and hoping to get to second base later that night. Surprisingly, with the amount of content going on here, the sound effects have a good deal of variation, but obviously the issues one would expect from a title like this do end up cropping up, which means when things are happening and there's a lot of stuff on the screen and a lot of action, it can get a bit muddy and many of the sounds feel a little truncated sonically. Of course, that brings us to music. I really enjoyed this. Good music needs to both fit within the title and elevate it by impacting emotion and mood, and my lord does it do this through and through. It's everything you would expect here, with driving tracks during battle scenes, iconic tracks during workouts, and little titillating progressions at poignant times within the game. It's not for everyone, but it's for this one. And of course that brings us to voice. There is none, so let's move on. Gameplay. Okay. Here goes. This is going to be a little difficult to describe. You basically run around trying to build up your stats and become the best fighter in the area, and also at the same time further the story. The best part, to me at least, has to be the massive skill list and different martial arts styles that were within those skill lists that also work in complete synergy with the attributes you have. Stamina, agility, and strength are your main stats that work into the fighting and how you do and what you can do. But interestingly enough, side skills matter during normal gameplay, like energy, happiness, and other Kirasoft-style attributes. It's fantastic, and that handoff, taking into account those attributes when you jump into a fight, like energy equaling the number of hit points you have in a fight, feels perfect, and it makes them feel not like two separate groups of stats, but one overall flowing group of stats. Very well done. And though you can raise them all while you're doing your workouts, there is this feeling that some will matter more at different times, and there's a lot of strategy there that's sort of hidden. Now, here's the kicker. This is easily one of the best MMA simulators I have played, and I've played some of the heavy number crunching simulator kinds, the ones that people look at and decide it would be far more fun to perform an at-home circumcision rather than play. Seriously, the interaction of the various attributes, the skill progression, and the continued story movement all tie in really well. Additionally, you're always unlocking new features and locations like a back alley street fighting club. Hell, you can even Anderson Silva it and take a bunch of magical potions prior to a fight. It's got continual jabs at the MMA scene, but it never seems overtly hostile. Instead, it sort of offers a polished segment of what that world offers with a bit of humor within it, but an absolutely insane amount of depth as well. There's certainly gameplay mastery here, or an excellence of execution, as I've said in prior reviews, and one of those aspects within Punch Club that isn't noticed right away just purely by the visual presentation is that it's very easy to get into the fat ass train by working out incorrectly or not watching how you handle your fighter's weight and energy. This can result in the best part of the game that I think mirrors MMA, the prideful fighter, getting his ass dribbled around the ring like his body's made of handles. It's excellent and is a good reminder to keep up on whatever attributes you've decided to focus on within the title. Now, of course, I could pretend that everything is perfect in Punch Club. For example, you randomly get held up. Wait, did I say randomly? I should have said the moment you have any money or anything worthwhile whatsoever, every robber in the entire city ends up descending on your location. And since you're just returning from the gym with an empty stomach and a butt cheek filled with questionable bare testicle juice, you can easily get your ass mulched, losing money at an insane rate. To be honest, I pretty much accepted that I was going to get jacked every time I had anything worthwhile. Fun factor. Oh yeah. Combine some of the best aspects of an MMA simulator, add in an incredible amount of comedy, and then inject deep gameplay that somehow accurately reflects MMA lifestyles, but with a tongue-in-cheek delivery, and you have Punch Club. It's fantastic fun. It's deep as hell and is absolutely seeping with gameplay. Totally surprising. So you guys know I rate games on a buy, wait for sale, rent, or never touch it again rating scale. Obviously, this is a buy. Listen, I mean, we're only 8 days into the damn new year, and this title's knocked my goddamn socks off and then submitted me with them. It's fantastic. So as always, if you liked the video, maybe hit like. If you disliked it, hit dislike, share it, whatever, tweet it. As always, peace out.